Hey guys, welcome back to AFK Journey. In today's video, we have Lorsan over here on the Pioneer test server, so we can take a look at his skills. If you missed the twins, that was my previous video. I'll leave a link so you can check out the twins and a bit of testing on them over there. I'll leave that in the pinned comment in the description. But we also have Lorsan, and I only just realized, I didn't think I was going to be able to test the twins properly, but they sent us in the mail over here on this test server all the copies we need of both of them, so we will be able to max them out. But in this one, I just want to take a look at Lorsan's skills, jump in and just grab the one copy, have a quick look at the way he functions, and then we will come back with more testing. But Lorsan, another character from AFK Arena. He's been in the Journey story for a long time. I know a lot of people have been waiting for him. He's not the one I'm most excited about, but hey, he's still pretty cool. He's a support in this game, whereas in AFK Arena, he is a mage. So that is the main difference we have. So we have Lorsan channels his power to summon a storm centered on the frontmost enemy, lasting for 5 seconds. Enemies within 2 tiles of the target are affected by the storm, suffering haste reduction and taking damage every 0.5 seconds. Okay, so we got haste reduction for them and continuing damage. And how long does it last for? Lasts for 5 seconds. So what's that? At a 50, it goes up to a 70% multiplier. What do we say? 5 seconds, 70%. So that's 10. So 7, pretty decent multiplier after the full channel. But it does lock him out for the channeling, I'm assuming. Lorsan channels, yeah, because he channels it. Okay, cool. Next one. We've got nothing written here. So when a battle starts, Lorsan links the nearest and farthest enemy hero to each other with Stormbound Chain. Dude, I can read that for a sec. The chain transfers 70% of the damage taken by one of the linked enemies to the other. Damage transferred by the chain cannot exceed 500% of Lorsan's attack and will not defeat the enemy. The chain breaks when its total damage dealt to both enemies reaches 900% of Lorsan's initial attack, or if one of the linked enemies is defeated. So they're putting the cap on it with his attack there, so he's not going to be able to infinitely abuse it at one copy. So there goes that idea for him. And then we just get the numbers increased with the skill ups. Okay, so that's the skill 2. Skill 3, Lorsan protects the weakest ally with Zephyr's Embrace for 6 seconds. While active, the protected ally gains 50 dodge, 30 haste, and recovers HP every second. And 6 seconds on a 12-second cooldown, 3-second initial cooldown. Okay. Hero Focus. Lorsan increases his attack by 9% during battle. When Stormbound Chain breaks for the first time, Lorsan, his attack is increased by further... Okay, so it's an attack increase. So this one, I believe you only get to do the chain once until you get his exclusive equipment. Lorsan recovers 200% of HP for all allies when the Stormbound Chain breaks. He will then cast Stormbound Chain again with a maximum of 3 casts per battle. Then we have at level 3, stuns the last linked 2 enemies for 5 seconds when the chain breaks. Okay. So the chain doesn't seem as powerful as the chain in AFK Arena, if I'm being honest. Because you're only getting a damage... unless I'm reading this wrong, you guys let me know if I'm missing something. It transfers 70% of the damage taken by one of the linked enemies to the other, but it's at a 500%. I guess this 500% is technically quote-unquote true damage. It's not like he has an attack that does 500% damage and then all the mitigations kick in. So I guess it is better than a 500% multiplier attack, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's something we've got to consider. We've got to see how much it actually does transfer. So that is that one. While Zephyr's Embrace is active, the protected target becomes unaffected. And how long was that last for? That was 6 seconds. So that's a 50% uptime. And you get unaffected as well. That's not too bad. So let's go ahead. Let's just unlock this bad boy. All right, let's jump in. And there he is. All right, let's jump in and check him out. We'll do one quick little test with one copy, and then I might just beef him straight up, and we'll have a bit of a play. This is left over directly out of my twins testing. All right, so let's just go in and let's slap him in. So what's he doing? He's reducing haste. The one copy ain't going to be crazy, but I wonder if we melt the target quicker. Let's just do this quickly. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that. Actually, let's just do you, and let's do you. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I've got alt animations on. Yeah, that didn't work out. You know what? I ain't even gonna bother. Let's just go ahead and max him out. No one's using this guy at 1 copy. Okay, there we go. We've got him to Supreme Plus. We've got him exclusive equipment 15. We got his hero focus. Let's take a look. Now, the teams I think he's gonna sort of like normally go in, and once again, this could be a bad take, but I think it's going to be the Iran control teams. I think he links two enemies that are going to get narrowed into each other, share the damage when they're all both getting clunked by AoE. I feel like the value in that stays. I mean, any combination of these guys, you could drop Carolina or her, put Arden in, anything in those sort of teams. You know, you could bring the Damien if you need some heals, whatever. I think any combo of those is going to be all right. We're in the talent stage. I'm going to leave everyone out of the talent square so we can take a look at the damage afterwards as well and see. Now, the talent stages, I'm a bit lower on the deficit. I haven't pushed it much. Whoops, let's put the auto on. So we should be clearing it, and this might give us like a bit of a damage check on it. I got ultimate animations on, so we'll see if we can see his ultimate animation too. Okay, so his energy regeneration is pretty similar to Bonnie's. Okay, so now he's channeling. Dude, that cart just about killed us. Bonnie's probably going to get a second ult, but he's not. Yeah, there's Bonnie's second one at the end there. Okay, I'll take all the animations off after this as well. Just trying to get through that Brutus. I really need to take all the animations off, dude. Let's just take it off altogether. Alright, let's check damage. That was a good long fight with 3 AoE damage dealers that hopefully we can get an idea. Honestly, the raw damage, not too bad on that. Not too bad. Let me just go back to the settings quickly. Let me go back to the settings. And we go to battle and we go never. Okay. We've seen his ult animation. Let's go back over here. This not so much of a good stage for it. Let's give this a whirl. Yep, that's cool. I might need heals in this one. Yeah, I'm going to need heals. Wolf's too much. Let's just move you. Oh, wait, I had Arden up the front. Holy shit. What am I doing? Let's try that. Oh, dude. Why is it... Oh, I took it off auto, didn't I? Get the roots out. Unfortunately, we lost the Euron. Bonnie's about to get clapped too. Yeah, there goes the churning winds. Yeah, this once again, these are not great stages for the demonstration. I feel like this is just going to be one of our standard. If we go to, I'm going to just clear this with the pesto bloody the standard Odie team, and then we'll be back. Okay, here we go. On to the next stage. We'll play around with this idea, see if... yeah, we'll have a crack at this. Let's see how this goes. Bringing the Arden into this one for a bit of extra control. Unfortunately, we do have the... what's-his-face over here who's going to jump from tombstones. The Eagle, so that's not going to be the greatest. But I think we could get it here. If we just deal with him last and don't take too much damage so he doesn't get too many stones out. In general, we're locking him out pretty well here. And I mean, the Bonnie plus Lorsan when he's channeling, the haste reduction's pretty massive too. Okay, we do have a few gravestones to work through. I don't know if we'll get through them, but at least this one should be a decent damage check. The other thing is, I'm pretty sure you can choose a location for his ult when it's on manual. Let's quickly check that. Okay, we're on manual. Yeah, so you get to choose the location because it does the furthest forward normally. But as you can see there, I can click on that one or I can click on that one. So you can choose on manual where you want it to go, which is handy. Auto AI, I'd like to see it doing the most condensed area of enemies as opposed to the furthest forward, but that's just me. That's a me thing. Surely we don't lose this guy. Okay, perfect, perfect. Let's check damage.
Nothing to be afraid of.
Once again, respectable damage. I still don't know if his link, and he does have the extra healing as well. So he's kind of like the only healing in this team, so he can kind of function as a pseudo healer in this heavy lockout team, provided you got the control to survive the early parts. So that's not too bad because he does have that little progressive healing, which is actually pretty solid. But I don't know if the damage from his link, even if it's damage that allies are dealing to them, is included in his damage. I want to say it is included as his damage, but I'm not 100% sure. But the just raw damage numbers we're seeing is quite respectable. Let's go again. Once again, we're just not using the talent squares so that we can get an idea. Unfortunately, those guys are immune, so this ain't going to be the greatest stage for that team anyway. But that is a basic look. I feel like that's a good enough look that we got an idea of the way he works. Once again, I am not as excited about Lorsan just because I think some of the other upcoming heroes with the wolf dude whose name I forgot, and then also Valka, who isn't A-level but a really cool A-level, they're just ones I'm more excited about. I definitely think he's going to have his viability, probably being more in the AFK stage region, maybe possibly PvP for that link capabilities if you can do some cheese to link the back enemy, get the squishies. You know, then you can have some burst at the front and then also be sniping the back at the same time, contribute that damage. I don't know. I think someone's going to find something cool with him in PvP. As for bossing, I just don't think his kit has what we need for bossing. I just don't think it's got anything that's really going to amplify enough. In AFK Journey, he had this eye that like increased ult damage, which was huge when he first came out, but unfortunately doesn't have anything like that. So that is a first look at Lorsan. Let me know what you guys think. Is he the kind of character you guys are going to pull, or are you guys going to wait and see what comes next? But for me personally, I'm going to skip him on both my accounts and keep saving just because I know we got cool characters coming, but that's just me. Nonetheless, pretty decent damage numbers from that little bit of testing. So respectable, but have to wait and see some more. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.